It's impossible. It's impossible to run in this heat without being on the verge of passing out. But honestly, it's impossible to run in general. So anyways, I finished how many miles? I did 3 miles in 30 minutes. But it's just not my best. But it's okay. It's been a while. I am not. I like how the one thing that was supposed to calm my nerves is actually the one that made me more nervous. All right, goodbye. I am ready. My purse is in the bag, my paperwork, everything's good to go. I feel confident. I'm not too nervous. I've actually shadowed at this clinic in my undergrad, so I already feel comfortable with where I'm at, and I loved the environment, the atmosphere. I actually told one of my girlfriends, if I decide to be an SLPA, this is a clinic that I want to work in, because there's so much diversity there. That's very important to me, and as a Latina, I think I'm more than capable of bringing that to the table. So hopefully they're able to see that, and I'm excited. Yeah, I'm just gonna watch a quick 5-minute YouTube video to get distracted, and I'll be on my way. Bye. Hello. So I survived the interview, and I'm so excited to show you guys what questions they asked me so you guys can prepare yourselves for your SLPA interview. So let's just get straight to the point. The first question that they asked is, what are you able to bring to the company? What can you bring to the table? And this is basically another way of referring what are your strengths. But instead of listing them, I also included different experiences from the past 10 years. This includes personal experience, professional experience, and I've done a lot of research in my undergrad, my research experience, and how all of these 3 factors helped form the skills and healthy habits that I have today. So that's just one way, but you can obviously branch on a different way to answer that, but that's kind of what they're looking for you. What are your strengths? How can you help the clinic? Like, what are you able to bring? What makes you stand out from other people? The second Corona? No, I'm just kidding. The second question was very peculiar. I was not at all prepared for this. The lady asked, what makes you mad? I'm sorry? I told her, could you please rephrase this question, because I didn't understand what she meant, and she said in a way where, like, what would bother you working in our clinic? And I told her, well, if there is a recommendation that I'm able to offer, whether that's in a therapy session or how the clinic works all together, and my word kind of gets side-swapped, or the SLP or some sort of higher authority doesn't take my word serious because I'm just an assistant, and I would feel bad. It would make me feel like my word is invaluable or I don't matter, when obviously that's not true. We all work together. That's just an example of what I said, but obviously it differs from person to person. The third question I asked is it's a very good question to see how you're able to react in certain clinical situations. They asked me, how will you react when a child misbehaves? And I used a personal experience that I had when I was a Bible school teacher at my local church. There was a child who had autism, and he had a bit of a behavioral issues. And what I did, he was on the floor, he was throwing a tantrum, he was not listening to his mom, he had to get up, and he liked to count, and 1 to 3, like 1 to 10. And so I said, okay, we're going to count to 3, and on the count of 3 we're gonna get up. 1, 2, 3, and then he got up. So that was just an example, kind of implementing things that the child likes or reacts to or engages with immediately, and turning that into a way where he behaves better. There's a better way to word that, but you guys get what I'm saying. So I saw there that the clinician wanted to see where what if I had any experience with the child obviously misbehaving, and it's good to see if you know what to do in those situations. The fourth question they asked is, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Because I'm a type A and I like to plan every single detail of my life, because I'm a little bit crazy, I told her my plans for the next 10 years. but I told her that it builds up starting now. So obviously the goal in a year is to get into graduate school, but before that I want to be able to be more clinically well equipped graduate clinician. How? By becoming a speech pathologist and getting experience with children and in the clinic. And then after that, in 5 years, obviously the goal is to become a graduate clinician to certified speech language pathologist. And then 10 years is to be super stable in my career and have experience from birth to older adults. And my dream is to work with veterans. That's just my personal goal. And you can include your ultimate goal, but if you don't really have an ultimate goal now, definitely just stick to the 5-year range. I'm a little extra when it comes to those things, so I just included all of that. But the last important question that you guys should be prepared for is, what is your experience with children? And I think this is a great opportunity to include when you babysat, when you've been a nanny, if you were working at a daycare, if you were a preschool teacher assistant, stuff like that is amazing, and it definitely counts as experience. Maybe it's not clinical experience, but if you have more experience with children, the better. They love that. They want clinicians to feel comfortable with kids, and so that's definitely going to give you bonus points for the interview. I'm trying to see if I can remember anything else. They asked, why did you choose our clinic? And I got lucky because I actually shadowed this clinic during my undergrad, and I love the diversity there. I think I mentioned it earlier in this video. But say in the scenario where you're applying to a clinic that you've never shadowed, I would definitely look at the About Us. If they have a website, I would look at the About Us tab on their website or read more into who the SLP directors are. If there's something that really stands out and they ask you that question, definitely bring that into the interview, because that shows that you've obviously done your research, that you're showing interest not just in getting a job for your benefit, but it shows how can you getting a job at their company benefit them as well and their future clientele. So keep that in mind. It's good to do your research way beforehand. I could have started right away, but I didn't have my SLPA license because I know some clinics don't require it. So it's a shock. I know it's actually illegal to not require that. And I just wanted to make sure before getting it. So if you are already short of taking a gap year, definitely have your license ready, because now I have to wait about a week and a half for it to come in the mail. But have your SLPA license ready. So I already applied for my SLP license. I'm gonna put the website here so you guys can know what website to go to. And it's pretty straightforward. You just create an account. It's gonna ask you for your name, your social, and your email. And with that, then it's gonna ask you to pay. I paid $130 for the SLPA license. One of my friend's brother's fiance, who is studying to be an SLP, she paid $70, but that was several years ago. So it might go up, it might go down. I'm not sure. I think it all depends on the economy of the situation. It's not the best, but just kind of keep that in mind. So if you are starting your undergrad, I don't want you guys to be surprised at the price and then you don't have the money, then you have to wait 2 weeks. Start saving up now if you're sure you want to be an SLPA or take a gap year. Oh, okay. Another thing I did, I keep saying another. Okay. Another thing I did is I actually brought a couple of certifications that I did when I was doing my undergrad research project and within different research labs, basically saying that I comply with HIPAA. And even though that she didn't require that, I wanted her to ensure that from an early start I complied by all HIPAA rules and regulations, because that plays a big role in our everyday activities as an SLP and the SLPA. You don't have to, but I just did it because I'm extra. Okay, so I just wanted to give a quick update before I end this video. Well, first and foremost, I sound very wonky right now. I sound like I have a lisp, because I do have a lisp because I have these Invisaligns in my teeth. I'm in the middle of making another vlog on my Invisalign journey. I just got them a week ago. And I'm probably gonna regret it because as an SLP assistant, I'm gonna be talking a lot. And I don't know why I got this. It's okay. So I just wanted to give a quick update. I applied for my license on the Monday of the interview. And I got an email Friday saying that my SLPA license is done, all the requirements are fulfilled, and I should be getting it this week. And today is Tuesday of the week after my interview. So I should be getting it this week, and I'm super excited. I have my training on Friday, and I'm gonna make that into another video so you guys can know what to expect. Every clinic is different, every training is different, but it's always good to get an idea of what to expect. So I'm gonna end this video here and stay tuned for part 2 of that. I'm so excited. I've been thinking about vlogging for a little over a year now. So if you guys have any suggestions, please DM me. Any apps that you think might improve my video content, let me know. I'm always open to suggestions, especially if it's to help other people. So please let me know. Please give this a like button. I would greatly appreciate it. And if you guys want to see more content of SLPA related, then subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!